Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol FNMA. We will take a look at the daily time frame. Been a little while since the last analysis I did in this one, but I want to get things updated here as there's an interesting pattern starting to take place here. And, whether or not anything bullish comes about from it, we shall see. But, in my mind, at least, it's at least worth mapping out here, and we'll see what happens with it. So the first kind of key thing here that stands out is this overall resistance trend line, which you can see right here. You go back through the history of the chart. And on several occasions, you can see this was the general area that has been knocking down the price. If you want to, you could also use that purple line right there, which is the 50-day simple moving average. If you want to use a combination of them, whatever floats your boat. The point here being that this general area up around here is the level that's been, acting as resistance. So that's definitely the key battleground area to keep an eye on. But then the interesting dynamic from the bullish side of things is where the lows have been. So obviously you had the nasty move here to the downside, and then the bleeding finally stopped right here. Price made a nice move up. However, then that started to roll back over. But on this roll back over, it only went that low. So when you look at the location of these lows, the lows are starting to get a little bit higher. Now, I really wish trading was this easy, and I could say that because these lows are starting to get higher, there is guaranteed a breakout of the trend line coming, and this thing's headed up to $1.70. But unfortunately, trading is not that easy. There's no such thing as a guarantee. Now, would it be shocking to see some sort of attempted breakout or breakout? No, that wouldn't be shocking at all. However, myself nor anyone else can sit there and say that for sure a breakout is coming just because there's been a couple of higher lows. But nonetheless, it does create an interesting setup going into tomorrow and really the next several days. So from a support standpoint, definitely $1.30 is very important for the reason of that being the current kind of low that's been formed. In the event it does break through that trend line, the next immediate level to keep an eye on will be that pink line right there, which is the very famous 200-day simple moving average. Even if you have a very surface deep basic understanding of charts, I'm sure you've heard of the 50-day moving average, and that is what's being represented up at the pink line. However, one step at a time, I'm probably getting a little bit ahead of myself. First key thing is just establishing and continuing to build these higher bases and then breaking that trend line, and then you can focus up there on the 200 days. So overall, interesting scenario here going forward. We'll see how this chart continues to play out. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.